Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is our reaction to Naruto Shippuden Gaiden. Yeah, I'm not going to say like the name of this arc just yet because I don't want to spoil like what it's about, but yeah. So this is we're doing these before we get to episode 1. Before we get into it, before we start talking about it, go check out, if you want to know our thoughts heading into this and everything, or Lindsay's thoughts more like, because this is her reaction most of all. We did a like hour-long or something, we haven't edited it yet, discussion where we had like a new set and a new, like we took questions from you guys, and it was a lot of fun, so, and it was a lot of work, and it was actually pretty in-depth and cool to hear like all of your thoughts about the series and everything. I sort of interviewed her, and yeah, go check that out. It's a really cool video. Got the opening and ending reactions and rankings where we go in depth into why we think each opening and ending is good or bad. All that stuff's on our channel, but we really hope you guys check out the discussion video. That's really important. And yeah, so this is like the first episode of our Naruto, or your Naruto Shippuden experience.
Carson has already seen Naruto before, for those of you who haven't been on this entire journey with us. Mm-hmm. And we are starting this today, and I'm kind of scared. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to expect.
Well, these episodes, I didn't watch these in this order. I originally watched them like in release order, so I didn't see this until it like shows up in the series later. I'm trying not to say the episode number so that she doesn't like associate that with like what's going to happen in the future or anything like that. It's likely that you might hear it at some point, but it's not like super relevant when it happens. It just seems like we didn't do this at the start because it was kind of like backstory. Let's like, I think they thought, let's just start the show and then we'll get to the backstory like when it's going to become more relevant. It's not like you learn this backstory when shit is going down or something or anything. So like, yeah, anyway, so regardless, I'm really excited to watch these. I don't think I've sat down and watched the actual episode like since I watched it, but I've watched reactions here and there. But yeah, so what are you thinking going into it? Any last words before we start this journey again? If we upload 5 a week, I did the math, apparently it'll take 59 weeks to finish Shippuden, all of its canon episodes. So it'll probably take more than that. 52. So not that bad. And I actually like that it's going to take that long. I think that's really, I really like that. A lot of people are like, no, that's fucking way too long. It's like, I love Naruto as much as the next guy. I don't think like rushing through it is the best way to experience it. I think binging is a good way to experience it, but there's nothing wrong with taking a long time to get through all the material. I think it's kind of optimal because it allows you to spend more time with everything. But yeah, anything you want to say before we get going? Any last words? Any sentiments?
I don't know. I'm really scared to start, and it's also even more scary that we're not starting at the beginning and we're starting with this other stuff as well, so I'm not even like, if it was to start at the beginning, I'd be like, oh, it's just gonna be Naruto doing something, but now I'm like, I have no idea what it could be, because if it was just Naruto fucking around or something, or training, then I don't see, then it wouldn't make sense to just like, have that like way later and put it for, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to be watching.
Well, right I do, and I'm really excited to see it with you. I have a feeling you're really going to like this as like an intro to Shippuden. So I'm going to get into this. If you want to see a week ahead from where we are, which at this point is, as we're recording this, is 5 episodes ahead of Shippuden, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/boldcast, 5 episodes ahead, and uncuts. With this series, as we start this series, we are starting a new movement where our student counselor tier, which has previously just been movies, OVAs, and some other special stuff here and there when we can afford it, is now going to include uncut reactions for most of our series. It's going to include Naruto, and right now we're doing B-Stars, and I'm not sure if it's going to extend to the currently airing shows, but we assume it might. We're still ironing out the specifics details, but as much as it matters to you, if you like Naruto Shippuden and you like our reactions to it, you want to get the full uncut scoop, you can go to our Patreon, and now our $10 tier, our highest tier, gets you access to uncut movie reactions, OVA reactions for a bunch of different series and like standalone movies, as well as uncuts for Shippuden and B-Stars at least, if not more stuff. More info will be added to that in the future. But really excited about this. We upgraded my computer so that I can now render out multiple videos, and that was made possible because of you guys, because of the support on Patreon. We were able to afford that, and we're really excited to keep adding stuff and give you guys more content and really build this thing. So if you guys want to support us and get some really cool shit, go check out patreon.com/boldcast. But with that, we are getting into Lindsay's First reaction to Naruto Shippuden. Support the official release. I almost forgot that. Watch on Crunchyroll. Watch on Netflix. Support the official release. Buy merchandise. This is not a market substitute. You don't come here to watch the show. You come here for us, for what we have to say, and our reaction, our review. That's our content. We use the footage as a reference so that you can understand what we're saying, but we're not providing that so that you can watch the show for free. We have no intention of doing that. We really don't believe in that. We think that you should support the official release. So, with that, Naruto Shippuden. Are you ready? Let's go. We are watching in the dub.
If I don't hurry, he's gonna kill me. Can I make it? Did I make it?
No, you're late, Obito. Forget what time we were supposed to meet? When you're a full-fledged shinobi, you're expected to follow all the rules and regulations.
Well, I was on my way, but a feeble old lady with these heavy bags asked me for directions. I mean, I got something in my eye and...
If you're going to lie, at least make up a good one.
All right, Kakashi, that's enough.
Oh
I'm
my
sure Obito showed you a way to go. Obito, right?
Every time Obito's late, he says he stopped to help some needy person. Ninja who break the rules and laws are regarded as nothing but scum. Isn't that right?
Do you even have a shred of kindness in that heart of yours? We ever talk about rules and regulations? Key is self-control.
All right, let's just calm down, you guys. We're on the same team, remember?
You're too easy on Obito, Green. Remember, today is also a special day for me.
As of today, Kakashi is a Jonin, just like I am.
Jonin.
For this mission,
At like
Kakashi and I
13.
will break up into two teams.
Remember we were just talking about this the other day when we discussed getting Kakashi a gift?
Oh.
Sorry, guess I wasn't listening. Well, here's what I got for you. A custom-made kunai knife. It's a little heavy and unconventional.
Yeah,
It
thanks.
looks really cool.
Yeah, it's fucking badass.
I made a personalized med kit for you.
Thanks.
What are you holding your hand out for? If you're expecting a gift from me, you can forget it.
That's fine. I doubt it would have been anything good anyway. Better nothing at all than a useless burden.
And what I don't understand is how a guy like you gets to become a Jonin.
That's amusing coming from you.
I am Obito Uchiha of the powerful Uchiha clan. I'll be stronger than you'll ever be. Kakashi, you just wait until my Sharingan awakens.
I thought everyone in the Uchiha clan was supposed to be elite, so you really shouldn't have to rely on that. You should be great already.
What?
Guys, stop it!
Yes. Can I explain the mission now? We don't have that much time.
Oh, the new music for new Shippuden music.
The bridge. So our mission is infiltration.
You like they're straight up in a war.
King Kakashi, your mission is to sneak behind the enemy and reach that bridge. Once the three of you are there, you will destroy it in order to disrupt the enemy's support operation. After that, you will promptly withdraw.
Understood.
And you? I'll confront the enemy directly on the battlefield. That will create a diversion. so
Just
you can
him?
stop.
I mean,
Now remember, Kakashi's your captain on this mission. All four of us will travel to the border together, but once we get there, we'll split up for our missions. Right?
I mean,
Oh, this is so dope. What is this forest? There's like
that's
giant
really cool.
mushrooms.
Nice, Kakashi.
They detected me. I'm impressed. That's... No, it can't be. Better just observe for now.
I'll go. You can cover me, Kakashi.
Sensei, I am captain today, right? I want to try out a new jutsu I've been working on.
Developing jutsu.
Incredible job, Ralph.
Here goes. No matter how many there are, I can take them down in an instant with this jutsu. It's exactly like your nickname, Sensei. Besides,
It's
you
nickname.
said it yourself. Right now, I'm the captain, not you. And the rules clearly state that the team must obey its captain's orders, Sensei.
Frontal attack.
Whoa, animation. Oh, he blocked him through shuriken.
Thanks. Here I come!
Oh my
Fucking
God.
Kakashi's such a badass at fucking 13 years old.
A shadow clone.
You forgot.
To the next one.
Uh-oh.
Don't let your guard down.
Right, yes, sir.
Fucking Kakashi.
Number 18. Don't push your luck, brat.
Fucking kid.
One guy moved. I marked him.
Sensei's teleportation jutsu is so fast.
It's impossible.
Teleportation.
Yellow flash of the leaf.
Yellow Flash.
Yellow.
The village
Oh my
beneath
god.
the stone. We were warned that we must flee the very moment we caught sight of you. Now I understand why.
Murder. MDK.
For now, we'll retreat and set up camp.
I'm fine.
No, you aren't, Kakashi. It's all because you ignored Sensei's warnings and charged in there, you fool.
I don't want to hear that from you. You, the Uchiha elite who was just cowering and crying. I
He was
Got
literally
some dust
crying.
in my eye and started tearing up, that's all.
And I suppose you're not familiar with the 25th rule of shinobi conduct. The rule that says a ninja must never show tears.
Guys,
We learned that in the Land of
come on,
Waves arc,
stop it already.
actually.
That's quite enough, both of you. Kakashi, rules and regulations are indeed important, but it doesn't mean they're all that matter. I told you, at times you must adapt and take steps appropriate to the situation at hand.
See?
You're not blameless either, Obito. There's no way you can get dust in your eyes.
I was actually just gonna say that. I was gonna say he's so bad at lying.
Not just in your words.
You must be strong at heart, not just in your words.
Now, one more thing.
He's always talking about self-control that he just broke
In my
down.
opinion, you shouldn't use that jutsu of yours again. From what I saw, it's a strike with a single focus. It certainly has speed and destructive power, but it makes you move too fast to ascertain an opponent's counterattack. For shinobi, the one thing that's important above all else is teamwork.
Isn't this fucking so cool?
Sensei?
What is it, Obito?
When Kakashi keeps belittling me, rubbing my nose in my lack of discipline, no. What I mean is, I might have been born into the elite Uchiha clan, but I'm still just a failure. I admit that Kakashi is an awesome guy, but
Kakashi's father is Sakumo Hatake, genius ninja feared as the White Fang of the Leaf. In his time, even the legendary Sannin paled in comparison.
Holy shit.
With having spent
my
so much
God.
childhood beside a genius like that, it's hardly a surprise that Kakashi's standards for other people and his teammates are unnaturally high.
Fang of the Leaf. You know, come to think of it, I've heard of him before. He was that hero who died while protecting the village. Kakashi never mentioned a single word about that.
The White Fang, the great man that everyone looked up to, especially Kakashi. At least they did until that incident.
Incident?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure it's my place to tell you the story. But since you're Kakashi's teammate, I believe
But
that
I
you
will
should know.
anyway.
It's important to know,
What happened?
since they're...
Kakashi's father, Sakumo, took his own life after he was vilified by everyone around him.
What?
We're going deep.
5 years ago, he led a dangerous top-secret mission deep behind enemy lines. It went bad, and he had one of two choices. Either save the mission, or his comrades. Of course, according to the law of the village, you cannot abandon a mission. But to save the life of his comrade, Kakashi's father put the mission on hold. A great deal of damage resulted in the end. Both the Land of Fire and his peers blamed him for everything. On top of all that, the people he rescued turned against him and slandered him. The ordeal took its toll on Sakumo, physically and mentally, till finally, he took his own life.
Seppuku. Kakashi found him.
Since that day, Kakashi refuses to utter a word about his father. He's devoted himself to the laws and regulations of the village.
But don't overexert yourself, or you'll reopen the wound, okay?
Look how he's not wearing his little mask.
Listen,
But they
the
show
enemy
the
that
back
we
of him.
encountered yesterday was merely
Oh,
a lone
I didn't
scout,
notice that.
But now we should expect to fight teams. Be careful.
Let's get going then, Captain.
Calls Kakashi Captain.
All right. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Scatter.
Some really interesting places already.
Yeah. You were saying
Camouflage jutsu.
Camouflage. You turn invisible.
it's more like a chameleon. They just aren't showing it that way.
Fire style. Fireball jutsu.
Oh my god.
We'll be taking this one with us.
Wait! No!
Fuck.
Don't go after them!
What? Are you crazy? Do you have any idea what you're saying, Kakashi?
Yes. Two of us have to complete this mission alone.
And Rin? What do we do about Rin, huh?
We'll come back for her later. Look, the enemy will want to find out what we're up to, so they won't kill her right away. Luckily, Rin is a medic, so even if she ends up a prisoner of war, she'll be treated well. As long as she cares for their wounded, she'll be safe. But we'll be in serious trouble if the enemy has time to learn what our strategy is. If they do obtain that information, they'll no doubt increase the security on the bridge right away. That would make our mission much more difficult.
But you're only assuming that Rin will be safe based on these guesses of yours. What if those guys who caught her are just nobodies who don't know any better? Look, saving Rin takes priority over the mission, and that's that!
We are shinobi. If we fail, the war will drag
Obito, are you
on,
straight up
and
forgetting
more
what you
lives than
just
millions
got told
will be
literally
lost.
last night?
It's just another one of your guesses! When we were wounded, Rin saved our lives with her medical ninjutsu. Without her, the two of us would have died in the field a long time ago!
Rin was just doing her job like we must.
I don't like you. I never will!
I don't care if you do or not. I'm the captain right now. You will obey my decisions, Obito. You have no power. That's why I'm the captain of this team and you aren't.
Then why won't you try to save Rin yourself? It means you have the power to rescue your teammate. Isn't that right, Kakashi?
If you give in to your emotions even for a moment and fail your mission, you'll regret it sooner than you know. That's why shinobi have rules. That's why we're taught that we must suppress our emotions. You should already know that.
But Rin, she was so concerned for your well-being that she put together that special med kit for you. She even sewed a protective amulet inside it.
The medkit and medical ninjutsu are great systems that the Hidden Leaf developed to increase the success rate of our missions. But like I told you yesterday, Obito, better nothing at all than a useless burden.
Wow.
Useless burden?
Carry out a mission. It's
pretty harsh.
This is Kakashi, by the way.
Useless things like emotions only get in the way.
Do you really mean that? Do you honestly believe that stuff, Kakashi?
Yes, I do.
Just forget it. We'll never agree. I'm going to rescue Rin.
You don't understand, Obito. You don't know what happens to people who break the rules.
I believe that the White Fang was a true hero. You're right. In the ninja world, those who break the rules and laws are regarded as scum. But those who would abandon even one of their friends are worse than scum. I'm scum anyway, so I'm gonna choose to break the rules. If doing that somehow makes me less of a true shinobi, then I'll just go and crush all of the so-called real shinobi.
So what'd you think of that one?
Interesting. One sec. I feel like there's a lot to think about there. I'm thinking about Kakashi's eye, and then the fact that because we already know that Obito is dead, and that's why Kakashi's always late, which is an interesting parallel that Obito was always late and Kakashi was just like, at least make up a good excuse, but his excuses are like, a black cat crossed my path. Mm-hmm. He's just using the same kind of excuses.
Yeah. Which
is even sadder. But he also has both of his eyes, which we already knew that wasn't, well, we didn't know how he got that eye, but I previously had a theory that he got that, like, he lost his eye, and then he got that eye somehow from something else. But my theory is now that his friend is an Uchiha, and will get the Sharingan probably eventually, it's probably his eye, I think. That's my new theory. And their other teammate is a medical ninja that could potentially be able to do an eye transplant. I don't know, but she might be able to. So that's where I stand on my theory with that. I just wanted to give an update on that theory. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I'm still kind of inclined to believe that train of thought that I had previously been on. Kakashi's dad.
Yeah, that was some crazy lore drop. The White Fang of the Leaf, apparently at one point more powerful than the legendary Sannin, which is fucking insane. He's like a Hokage level Jonin.
That's out of control.
Yeah. That's
insane. And he looked really cool. We never saw his face, but he looked super cool. He had like the one sleeve that just looked at. It was one sleeve, a dope design, but it looked so cool.
And you like how Kakashi has the sword, the like little. I don't know what it's actually called. It's not a tanto. A tanto's like a. It might be a tanto. No. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's actually called. But yeah.
All the designs for these characters are really interesting.
Yeah.
They're somewhat. They're not really like the designs for the characters like in original Naruto, even though they're the same age in this as like they would have been then.
There's a lot more color.
Yeah, the colors are really bright. Even though Naruto is wearing a lot of, I don't know.
Naruto and Sasuke have like really solid. It just seems kind of different,
and they have really and Sakura as well.
And Sakura, but the rest of the kids,
everyone else is just kind of general. But I really like the goggles, and I don't know what he has on his ears. And then Kakashi looks super cool, and he has and even, apparently he's a Jonin, but he's not wearing the vest for some reason, because I thought even Chunins could wear the vest.
Well, you don't, like, Kurenai doesn't wear the vest all the time.
I guess that's true.
You don't have to. It's just good gear, but maybe because he's small, he doesn't necessarily... I mean, it obviously would fit him, but maybe it's just his style. He's obviously way bigger into speed, so maybe... And he's wearing less armor. He might have he might have the chainmail, like, underneath his shirt.
Yeah, and he's wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, he's wearing a t-shirt. That also, like, goes into his mask, so... Yeah.
Yeah, we still don't get to see his face. And I thought
you said when they were getting ready...
Yeah, when she was bandaging his arm, he wasn't wearing it.
Oh, I see.
But you still can't see what he looks like because he's facing the other way.
That's kind of funny.
But I guess it's interesting that they've all apparently seen his face.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. What do you think of Rin, the new characters, Rin and Minato Sensei? The yellow flash of the leaf.
Yeah, teleportation jutsu. That's pretty cool. So I guess he, like, can only teleport to something that he has previously come... Like he had to mark the guy, and then he was able to go back.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because it would be kind of stupid if he could just go literally anywhere. That would be really stupid and overpowered. And I wonder if he can teleport to objects, like if he was about to go, like if before he went into a fight, he could like mark a tree somewhere far away. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be, I mean, it would only really be good to get himself out of there, but say he was scouting ahead and then came upon a bunch of people that he couldn't defeat or whatever, and then he just went back and told everyone else or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's a lot of possibilities with that. I don't know how long this arc is or how much we'll get into his powers, but yeah, that's a really interesting thing, and I kind of like it.
Yeah. And it's just so interesting to see how far, like, because clearly Kakashi is a completely fucking different person.
Yeah.
And that line at the end of Obito saying, "Do you remember that line?"
I don't remember it exactly, but he's just,
"Breaking the rules makes you scum. That's true.
But I'm already scum, so.
But before that, it's but abandoning your friends, even
It's
one of your is
yeah.
worse. It makes you worse than scum." Kakashi said that to Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura during the bell test.
Yeah, I was
when
thinking
he was teaching them teamwork. That was his whole thing, and so that quote that like really clearly stuck with him. Mm-hmm. Just as a reminder.
Yeah. I was hoping in that conversation. I was really hoping that Obito would bring up Kakashi's dad, just to sort of throw him off a bit, because he just got all that information. So if he didn't say anything about it, I was gonna be a little bit annoyed. But then he just sort of like slipped it in there at the last.
It wasn't
second.
even an argument. He was just like he just said what he believed and left. He wasn't gonna like bring it up and, well, what do you just think that because of your father? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He was like, no. How about whatever you believe? That's your thing. That's your business. But I believe, yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's crazy. And if you notice, freaking his whole getup is like a reverse color swap of Naruto.
Yeah.
How it has the orange and then the blue, but the blue is obvious because he's a new Uchiha. He has the darker color scheme, but he still has that orange. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And I like... sorry, what was her name again? The girl? Reen. I like that they have a medical personnel on their squad.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean, I know that this is skipped ahead, but I feel like that... And I don't know, like, how long ago the author had thought about Kakashi's backstory in full and who was on his team or whatever. But I feel like... At least I think because Sakura and Ino already went into medical training previously, that it's probably going to be a bit more common to have characters who know about medicine.
Yeah, and now that Tsunade's Hokage as well.
Then of course there's going to be more implementation of that in general.
We already kind of saw that at the end. The medical corps ninja like went out into the field to catch up with Kakashi.
Yeah. But she always wanted one to be on each squad, which... literally no one
disagrees with,
or no, there was none in
part one.
In part one of Naruto,
no young students. We didn't see many.
It seems like they had they had the whole medical corps, but it didn't seem like they were on. They didn't go on missions. They came in after.
From what we didn't, and we didn't really see that, and that wasn't implemented. Like Shikamaru and Tsunade had that conversation at the end of like. Shikamaru was like, from now on, you need to give us medical ninjas. And Tsunade's like, I couldn't agree more. Here's the thing, though. There's no one. While I was gone, nobody was training medical ninja. You had to, like, elect to do that yourself. There was no, like, push for that. The third Hokage didn't put as much importance on that during his administration, apparently, to, like, you know... You've been chosen for advanced placement healing jutsu training. Like.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is that's interesting. I like getting to see. I don't know. I just think it's more interesting.
It's just more variety of jutsu, like, and seeing that in general, like we're already seeing.
Especially since Kakashi has the Chidori, and then obviously Obito is gonna have the Sharingan eventually, probably. I don't know how soon he will get that, but he's a new Uchiha, so that's kind of his thing. So then if they just had a random girl with no power and just was, like, good, but not like...
No, just another Sakura.
Yeah, another
like,
Sakura. Or,
Rin
like,
is kind of what Sakura should have been.
Or, like... Then, no, she wouldn't be really Sakura, then she would be more like Tenten, like someone who is, like, really into it, but just kind of there.
Yeah.
And, like, good... But
not as good as the two boys in the squad. Yeah.
So, but at least if she has, and the medical knowledge, at least she can do something and really be useful. And she's like really thoughtful. She's thinking ahead. She's making Kakashi his own medical kit, and really, I don't know, seems to have a bit more of a personality. And even though she immediately got kidnapped, she's already like done a lot of stuff.
She seems more like Sakura just seemed like the bratty girl, whereas Rin kind of seems like the big sister, even though she's like the same age as them. She's kind of like the mom friend of this group, I guess. Where she's like giving out, she's like, okay guys, calm down, before Minato actually does it.
Yeah, and then what else? I love the setting already. With the giant bamboo and the giant mushrooms. That's really nice to see something different than just the exact same trees every
just
single time.
The land of fire, and then cutaways.
And
to
then
the sand
one
village.
time, and then the sand village was literally just sand. So
and we didn't actually see a whole lot of it. Like
we literally just saw sand.
Yeah, we just saw the village, and it was kind of interesting to be somewhere new, but it wasn't really explored, which makes sense because it's a fucking desert. But
yeah,
like there, as far as locations, you're right. It's cool to see the diversity.
Yeah, it's interesting to see different stuff, and
there's also the land of waves, which was cool. Like it was kind of interesting. It was like all sort of huts on the water and shit, but still, like that was, other than that, it's been all the land of fire pretty much.
Yeah, it's just kind of been the same kind of tree everywhere you go. Yeah. So it's interesting when now they have basically trees, but with a little bit of something different. Yeah. To keep it interesting visually, because if it's such a huge place, of course there's going to be different terrain. It's not going to be the entire world as we know it has the exact same type of tree. Super
thin forest with giant trees that you can jump through with like branches that are conveniently 8 feet apart. Yeah. But yeah, I love this shit. It's so cool to see the backstory. It's so cool to see everything. The like fucking introduction, everything. It's crazy that they're actually in a war, you know? Like that's just a really cool thing to go back maybe whatever it is, 10, 20 years, or no, not 20. It would be like Kakashi's in his like mid to late 20s and here's 13. So like 10, 12 years ago, something like that.
Because this would have been like right before Naruto and Sasuke and everyone was born.
Yes, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah.
Excited to see the next one?
Yeah, I'm interested to see that. I'm interested to see what Kakashi does in this situation, if he goes back for them, or if he does the mission, or what sort of happens with that.
Well, only one way to find out, and that's to watch the next episode.
Oh, I was also going to say...
Never mind.
Sorry. I also like how he just sounds like a grown man, even though he's...
Kakashi?
Yeah.
Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to mention. Did you notice the voice for Obito?
No.
It's Edward Elric.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, actually, you just reminded me. The guy with the, like, sword arm thing kind of reminded me of Ed. The sword shape kind of reminded me of that for some
really?
reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, I thought it was really good casting choice for Obito. It just kind of, like, when he's just like, are you serious right now? It's like, it sounds exactly like something a rant Ed would go on. It's just like, you're really just gonna leave those people there?
I bet when I hear it again, I won't be able to unhear it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have told you after, but it's still cool. I think he gets enough into this character where I can separate it. But yeah, it's just a cool thing. I don't know. It also adds, like, having seen Fullmetal Alchemist, it also adds, like, to me, it adds, like, a little bit more weight to the character, knowing that he's kind of behind it. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that weird?
I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. I guess it's kind of interesting to see what roles get cast as different people.
Yeah. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to watch the next episode, you can subscribe, like the video so you know you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for future stuff. If you just can't wait, you can get 5 episodes ahead on our Patreon, patreon.com/boldcast. But other than that, we hope you enjoyed, most of all. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you next one. Bye-bye. Thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council.
Zenge,
John Ortega,
Aurora,
Lewis,
Christian Bay,
Kage Uzumaki,
Dreadful XR,
Xiao Lao,
Brian,
Handicap Bonkai,
D23L,
Charles Liu,
Jude Caspino Buford,
Nick Psycho,
Michael Wells,
King Mr. Mew,
Rifleman Z51,
Thelmus Celetius,
Brandon Bruce,
Yankee,
Vanonian,
Yuki Ali,
Mord Tarragon,
Josh Carey Gray,
Jordan Agnew,
Lolly Convict,
Redacted,
Zachary Porth,
Mohammed Burnham Ahmed,
Michael E. Zabel,
Callum Forsyth,
Nicholas Woody,
Soma Yukahara,
Dogs Free,
It's Your Boy Dom,
Christian Nielsen,
Phantom,
Quant Tuggle,
Proyectos Informatica,
Sugar Daddy Alex,
Tara,
Hunter Wayne Germany. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.